Okay, this is a video from a military insider.
See as
They panicked when they saw the future. And I will leave a link, so if for anybody interested to watch the whole video, I would recommend it. It's so interesting, but it's kind of a little bit above my pay grade. But from what I could understand, they had these programs where they were feeding these, very intelligent computers, and they were trying to find the future of whether these computers could predict the future, and they ended up converging at one point where it could go no further. And at this point was showing how there's going to come a great awakening. There's going to come a huge change in our reality, and there is absolutely nothing that they could do about it. So they ended up stopping the project because they understood that there was nothing they could do. But what I'm going to play now is just the very end of it. It was so interesting about the chess game. And it really is very encouraging considering the time we're living in. So here we go. I'm going to play it.
a new beginning, an end of this reality, the beginning of something that we can't even possibly understand based on the level of our beliefs currently. But when all that information comes flooding out, there's going to be no denying what's true and what's a lie or what's illusion. Basically, what we're experiencing right now is two master chess players sitting at the board. And one of them looks down at the board and sees that he's in checkmate in 7 moves. And he looks across at his opponent and he knows that his opponent sees it too. So there's no getting out of it. So at this point, the loser can only prolong the game. Both players know the game is over. It's only a matter of time before he does this, and then you're forced to do this, and then he's forced to do this, and eventually checkmate. We, as a race, if we could understand that the game is over, that based on the rules of the game, the bad guys have already lost, the good guys have already won. Yes, there's moves left on the table, but those moves are being forced by the player that is going to win. The only way that checkmate can't happen is if the player that's winning makes a mistake. But from all of the information that I've gathered, all of the information that's been given, all of the information that's been vetted to me, it seems pretty obvious that the good guy player on the side of the chessboard knows exactly what has to be done to win the game. And so at this point, any mistake would be all but impossible. But again, you really have to understand the game to know that the guy that's losing is lost. And I'm sure most people sitting watching a chess match between two advanced chess players know the game's over long after the two players know it's over. Because they can't see the board and see that there's only 7 moves left.
So that's pretty incredible, isn't it? And this is what comes to the situation is that we must trust God because He's the master player of the game. The two players playing the game, of course, would be Lucifer and God Almighty. And God knows what He's doing. But the game is over. And Lucifer knows he's lost. But he's beside himself and he's making moves. He's going to do everything possible he can to prolong the game with, incredible moves like what we're seeing in our world today. However, it doesn't matter because the winner of the game, God Almighty, is forcing these moves in order to win the game in the end. So He's forcing the enemy's hand. And so that's where we come into completely trusting in God, that He knows what He's doing. The game is already won, and the game is actually over. There's only a few moves left on the table, and he's already in checkmate. And I thought that was so interesting. I just wanted to share that. So I'll share the whole video with you for those of you that have very brilliant minds and can understand all this computer talk. So anyway, God bless you.